I used to have a cat. I suppose that's where this all starts, at least. She was an older, dark-furred thing, and by that point she looked to be nearing the end of a long life. As with many of the other pets I'd had in the past, she started to reach the beginning stages of senility. It was most noticeable at night. I would wake up at 3 in the morning to empty the tank, and I would see her lying in the bathtub by the toilet, staring off into space. Her wet fur shined dully in the faint light. Of course, I didn't take my mind to it at first. You sort of just continue on and keep an eye out if the problem shows any signs of getting worse. I'd go to bed, giving her one last look before I turned the lights out. This would happen every night, to the point where it seemed, well, pretty usual. That all changed though. One night, I wake up, half to the usual call of nature and half to the sounds of growling coming from the other part of the house. I scrambled out of bed and staggered down the hall to the guest room, where that growling only seems to get louder, and I turn on the bathroom light. The shower curtain is pulled back. I hear something moving, and there's this sparse grunt I can hardly make out. I take a step forward in the room and tilt my head to see what the hell is taking place. There's a thing moving around in there by the bathtub drain. The shape is indistinguishable, but it looks to be getting smaller. It's wriggling around, and a few seconds later, it's gone. Slipped out of sight. At this point, there's no telling what's going through my head. My feet are glued in place. I think I might have screamed at some point, and there's sweat trickling down my forehead. I had a closer look, and sure enough, there's a streak of black hairs leading to the bathtub drain. The grating itself was gone, cut through, and bent downwards. All of that was 2 nights ago. I couldn't sleep a wink. The next morning, my realizations were confirmed. The cat was lying there in the bathtub, except something seemed off. She wasn't staring into space. She was staring at me. That awful look in her eyes, the damp fur shining like it always did. I locked that door without so much as a second glance. I would have sooner pissed in the kitchen sink. I've put a chair under the bathroom doorknob for now. Sometimes I hear it grunt, and now and then it'll pound the walls. Yeah, but one thing's for sure, it's not getting out. So, I used to have a cat, but not anymore.